Hi, my name is Megan Morris, and I'm here today to talk to you about kitchens, staging them, and some decorating ideas. The kitchen is usually one of the most expensive and most time-consuming rooms in the home to make over, but there are some easy ways to change it up without much work at all. Check out these quick makeover ideas and see what I mean. For some, decorating a kitchen can seem as daunting a task that will cost a lot of money. While kitchen renovations can sometimes be pricey, that doesn't mean they have to be expensive. As you can see in this kitchen, it's a new kitchen, so there's not a lot of updating, but I will get to some updating as well. When you're doing a kitchen, make sure you have very basic items on the countertops. If you are selling your house, you want to show off the counter space. You want people to see that there's a lot of workspace, areas to lay out the rolling pin and make cookies or whatever they need to do. So keep them very clutter-free. The biggest feature for a rejuvenated kitchen is updating the surfaces. Granite is very in style right now, but one of the more expensive options. However, just because a certain trend or material is the talk of the town does not always necessarily mean it is the best choice for you. It all depends on your home existing character and making sure you accentuate those features. Some other stylish and innovative countertop materials to consider are stone, glass, cement, stained or painted or natural, and stainless steel, just to name a few. If you are set on granite for your countertops, a great thing to keep in mind would be to check in with your local providers and finding out what options they have in terms of material, price, installment, etc. Some companies offer damaged slabs of granite at discounted prices, so you just have to find a small or large enough piece to cut down to the right size. Having a couple of items is fine, and this is also a fun idea, having glass jars like this, because you can change it up for the seasons. You can have assorted pine cones, you can have lemons or apples, whatever the season might be or the decoration might be. Another idea is to have glass canisters like this one, and you can fill this up as well with different items. Another idea would be to put different colors of beans. You could have pinto beans and green beans and have a trio of those maybe in a corner somewhere. Because for staging a kitchen, we want it to be very neutral. As you can see here, there's an item in each corner. The cupboards are very minimally staged, just some cups and some saucers and bowls, very neutral. So there's not a lot of clutter. People can imagine what they would put in the cabinets. It's very important not to have an assortment of different colors when you look in the cabinets. You'll feel very cluttered if there's a lot of stuff in there. So you want to make it very minimal and very clean. Also, you can see above the cabinets are very minimally staged. So just a couple items is all you need. A lot of times we'll put a cookbook near the stove, give people an idea about cooking, and then the counters are the main part we're showing off, so we want to keep those very, very clean and clear of clutter. The most important aspect in a kitchen is the cleanliness of it. So everything has to look clean. Obviously, the advantage here, when it's new, everything looks clean. If you have a remodel, if you have a kitchen that needs some repairs, that's the first thing you want to look at is what the sink looks like. If it's stainless steel, get in there and really clean it. A lot of times you might need to replace it if it's a really old sink. It's really important to make the area look new. Countertops are a big item when people are looking at kitchens for resale, so make sure the countertops look good and clean. That might be something you want to consider investing in if you don't have a nice countertop or one that's very dated. And backsplashes are a great way to update your kitchen, and that's not a huge expense. There's all different items you can use. I mean, you can do tile, there's different kind of foils, you can paint. Painting's obviously the least expensive, and you can really lighten and brighten a kitchen up by a new coat of paint. Sometimes all you need is a can of paint and a good design direction to give it a fresh look. Most kitchens are done in neutrals, but kitchens are actually a great place to bring in some color too. However, many people struggle with choosing the right color and then introducing it into the space in the right way. Hopefully this will help you with a little bit of guidance and inspiration to help you along the way. Let's start off with some great tips to consider when choosing color for your kitchen. Look through a color wheel and choose the colors that appeal to you the most. If you want to decorate with a pair of colors, keep in mind that opposites attract. If you're not going to change the color of your cabinets and backsplash, keep that in mind when selecting a color. Be sure that whatever color you choose complements the tones already in the kitchen. When selling a home, try to stay towards neutral colors in your cabinets, walls, and backsplash, and bring the color only in your accessories to appeal to most buyers. Kitchens are a great place to bring in bold color you've always wanted to use because usually there isn't much wall space. You can bring in a bright color or dark paint color without it feeling overwhelming if the cabinets are neutral or light in color. On the other hand, white kitchens give a feeling of being timeless and elegant, offering a clean, simple, and versatile decor. As always, when choosing paint for a space, test the color out in the lighting of the specified room at all times of the day. It might look beautiful in the morning light, but how will it look in the evening when there's only artificial lights on? And again, you want to make sure you're checking with the surfaces to make sure you're pulling in something that'll go with the look of the house. Another way to change the kitchen is to add new bar stools. There are so many styles to choose from, and they can help give your kitchen a brand new look quickly and affordably, especially if you choose to refurbish the stools you already have by refurnishing them or repainting them. Changing out the light fixtures is another way to update a kitchen and change the look a little bit. The style of the fixtures can help sway whatever style you have going on in the kitchen, whether you want to bring in some contemporary flair or make it more rustic. You'll notice in this kitchen there's a lot of the stainless steel appliances. That is a feature that a lot of people do want when they're looking at homes. So if your home does not have stainless steel, you might want to think about it if you have older appliances and make sure they're clutter-free. So a big thing with refrigerators, you want to make sure you don't have art all over it and magnets. You want to keep those very clean and clutter-free, and just make sure the surfaces are very clean and shiny and they look nice and new, because that's really important for people when they're looking at houses. They want to be able to imagine themselves cooking and preparing food in this house. They want it to look really clean and new.